And this would cause a situation where, in my mind, we'll have to talk to each other. As Jimmy Akena, I have over the years shown my willingness to talk to political players, even when it was inconvenient. When I first spoke to Yoweri Museveni and the UPC members, got wind of it, it was not easy in UPC that day. But we pushed on, in the hope that we can forge a Uganda which works for every citizen of Uganda. That has kept me engaged, that has kept me hopeful, that has kept me working. And in this election, I thought, and I believe, because God had provided a clear pathway to get enough votes to be a significant player. So my thinking, in my dream, was God was preparing a seat for me on the table in front of my enemies. And I was ready to take that seat. I was ready to do anything to retain that seat. And why do I think I was the one qualified to be in that seat? It is my belief in a Uganda which works for all political players. My belief in Uganda which recognizes and accepts all different political players. So I can confidently say that Jimmy Akena can talk to Yoweri Museveni, but Jimmy Akena can also talk to Bobby Wine or Robert Chagulanyi. I thought I was in a position to be a bridge, because often we don't listen to each other. But in this, I was not even heard. By the time I am screaming and make a lot of noise, I am heard, but I've burnt so many bridges in order to be heard. Mine was a belief in a Uganda which works for all of us. There are those who look at Uganda as something which they can sink their hands in, they can pick at will. And my fear, which is coming to pass, is many of those players without scruples, without morals, without ideology, have surrounded the president. So, is there an opportunity for this honest conversation? I have my doubts. In this town, I had hoped through IPOD we could tackle some more serious issues than we had before. What we were only able to tackle effectively in IPOD was how the financing for political parties to operate should be handled. But to tell the truth, even what the president was fighting for, district offices and the funding, he has not received. None of us have received what we agreed on. There are other players. These players, what they're going to do to Uganda, may God bless us all. So my dream has been a bridge, a mediator, somebody who can talk to all sides and yet still be faithful to their own beliefs, was what I went in for. But I was rudely woken up by somebody saying, who does he think he is? He's behaving as if he's the owner of the country. It forced me to dig back a little bit in history. I'm going to read a few passages from what Milton Obote said on the 9th of October 1962. In his address to the country, the newborn country of Uganda, he says, "Today we stand united as one nation, composed of many peoples, cultures, and traditions, but bound together by a common desire for freedom, progress, dignity, and dignity. Our diversity must never be a source of division. Rather, it must be the foundation of our strength. The task before us is immense. Political independence alone will not satisfy aspirations of our people. We must now strive for economic independence, for social justice, and for the eradication of ignorance, poverty, and disease. These are real enemies we must defeat. He then goes on to say the government of Uganda is determined to pursue policies that will raise the standard of living of all people without discrimination, not on the basis of tribe, religion, or region. And this is the most important statement. Every Ugandan must feel that this country belongs to them equally, including Jimmy Akena. As a citizen, I have a stake in this country. My late father went on to say, I say this, there is room for all who are willing to work within a united Uganda. Loyalty to the nation must come first. The unity of Uganda is paramount and non-negotiable. That is Akena. These are my marching orders. I cannot be interested in dividing Uganda. Unity of Uganda is paramount. I can go further, other quotes. 1969, the launch of the Common Man's Charter. The resources of Uganda belong to the people of Uganda, and the state holds them in trust on their behalf. Every Ugandan, regardless of origin, must feel that this country belongs to them equally. As Ugandans, do we feel we own this country? Or there are those who feel they own it on our behalf and they want to exercise that right on our behalf? It is those who I wish to expose. It is those who are taking our country for granted. It is those who are trying to reap where they did not sow. They've turned institutions into gain things, self-aggrandizement, enrichment. But where are the people of Uganda in all this equation? As a congressman, mine was for the people. Everything we do is for the people. I really hope that this election will give us an opportunity. But you wake up with those who, sorry to say, will really turn this country upside down. At a time when I feel we should be able to talk to each other. An election is not a be-all or end-all. But to get to this point, hence I'm apologizing to my party members. I have burnt many bridges. I have pushed beyond where it was safe. But I do this out of a love for Uganda. If I don't speak, who will speak? Who will share this truth? Who will reach out across the aisle? Who can say we're all Ugandans? End of the day, we must live in Uganda. I am 29, I'm 58 years old. 29 years of my life I've been in exile. Despite all these years I've spent here, 29 years of my life I have been a refugee. We must find a way of moving forward. I have no intention of going anywhere. I'm ready to press on my truth and apologize for where I have gone overboard. But I love this country. I'll do anything for this country. Even if it means you lose everything, I'm ready. Because what is this country if it is shredded? What is this country if those who are responsible do not care for what happens to the people of Uganda? I'm trying to distinguish myself as somebody who has tried to reach out. I've done most of what I can do. And then you reach a point to say, I now have to leave everything in the hands of God. I apologize to those who I might have hurt. I believed the Uganda I hoped for, the Uganda I dream about, the Uganda I live for. I believe it was worth it. I've also heard of recent some criticism